Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back. Saints Block Party podcast coming at you. Adam joined here with my guy, one of my best friends, Ryan, aka Wolf.
What up?
And we already got shout out to our dude Michael in the chat with the $1.99 super chat. The goal
Thank
is
you, Mike.
set for 10 super chats. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe.
Please. Subscribe has been slowing down a little bit, man. I know y'all watching. Hit that subscribe button. Just hit it.
Please subscribe. Like and subscribe if you're listening on anything else, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, what have you. 5 stars, like, follow, all that. Eddie said, want to try Cutwater, any Rex. Mango Cutwater. I'd also say, like, mango and lime are my favorites. And anything else other than that, like, I don't really vibe with the best. But if you stick with the mango, you stick with the lime, they will not lead you astray. But we wanted to have this podcast. Saints had another training camp practice, padded training camp practice. They have another practice tomorrow. That one's closed to the public. The media will be covering it. And then they have some this weekend, and then they come out next week out here to the West Coast, to Los Angeles. And then they face the Chargers on the first preseason game on Sunday, which I will be in attendance at. But I think
It's on, baby.
it's on. There's football tomorrow. The Chargers will be taking on, I'm blanking on the team.
Lions.
There you go. Chargers will be taking on Lions in the Hall of Fame game tomorrow. So football will be back. But the reason I wanted for us to have this episode is there's a lot of conversation
Yes.
going on. Our Discord has been ablaze all day.
All day.
All day. Also, before we get into this, can I just make a comment that Chris talking about saying that, like, he hides the McDonald's app. Hashtag white wealth. He hides the McDonald's app because it's embarrassing.
What?
Is the absolute most insane and fat phobic thing. One of the most fat phobic things I think I've ever have seen a person say.
I've never seen that before. Like, what?
Oh, I don't want people to know I'm using the McDonald's app because they think that I might be poor or they think I might like food too.
Like I guess they go like judge you for like, oh, you eating? You know how many GMOs they put in that?
Or what? He's eating poor people food? Like, Chris be telling himself all the time, bro. All the fucking time.
Just telling on himself. He just sneaking a quarter pounder.
Tell me, the funny thing is, tell me why for breakfast this morning I used the McDonald's app and got a medium iced coffee and a McMuffin this morning for breakfast, bro.
Man, I missed them frappes, bro.
Bro,
Diabetes thing I had, I had
bro,
to lay off of,
bro. But when they first came out though, bro,
I was getting the large one, boy. I get that warm cookie. Get the warm cookie.
Oh, this nigga was fat, nigga, and the cookie, bro. Nigga was having a frappe and a cookie, nigga.
Bakery's just like
like Spider-Man with the train, nigga, just
Bakery's couldn't take it no more.
That's why your ass almost died at that Texas game, nigga.
I was seeing blurry, bro.
Anyway, So let's actually talk about this. Like, it's just this has been just such an interesting conversation. And on one hand, there's a part of me that says like it's just what training camp practice 6, maybe
Right.
7,
Gotta
6.
keep reminding that, man. It's just day 6.
But then
But
there's another part of me that's also it, it's the process. I think that I don't. It's confusing, and I guess let's just get into it, right? I don't because sometimes we kind of like kind of teen and just got into it a little later. No, we go. This is. We got to start at the beginning. So, Jake Hayner, because this is like the rotation that Kellen told the guys that the rotation is going to be. Jake Hayner got snaps with the ones today.
a lot of them.
A lot of them. And at some point, and I tried to not make the title of this episode too clickbaity. But literally what I said was, will Shough be quarterback 3 and Rattler quarterback 1? And the reason I titled it that way wasn't really to be clickbaity, because at this point, if you, again, it's practice number 6, but if you are reading between the tea leaves, at some point, you may start to see like a picture of either Shough isn't going to be ready. Like I'm having the question, and Bobby Aber had a great hit with Mike Detillier on WWL, but I'm starting to have a question like, is Shough going to even be quarterback 2? Like, is he going to be backup? Like, that's where
It's a legitimate question.
I don't know right now.
I don't know. I don't think the coaching staff knows right now. But I think, like you say all the time, you pay attention to the actions. Like, the teams will tell you what they do by their actions. Not whatever they say in the presser, doesn't matter. Look at the actions. Right now, he's QB3, bro. Like, even if you just look at total throws done in camp, 7-on-7s and team, he's QB3.
Shout out to Ross Jackson for keeping
Ross Jackson, he keeping a whole tally, all that. Louisiana Sports, I'm a
I
butcher.
have him.
Sorry.
So Rattlers had the most thus far, 71. Behind them, Hayner's had 63. Shough's had 50. The reason that's why that's and people can talk about, oh, why are people keeping up with like statistics during training camp? When you draft a rookie quarterback in the second round, it's a very noticeable thing that quarterback has had the least amount of throwing reps in training camp.
So
in a
far.
three-man quarterback competition. That's noticeable.
Yeah. It is. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just noticeable. And I just, when like the first time a couple of days ago when they gave Hayner 1 snaps, I was like, don't love it, but okay. Like, I get it. You're trying to be fair. You're trying to say, look, I'm giving everybody an opportunity. I get that. Okay.
Right.
Cool. Then the day, it was just like, it was a reaction across the board. Like, it wasn't just like us. It was even Greg Rosenthal. Like, why?
Why?
Like, what are we doing here? Like, what exactly is the thought process here? And that's what I've just been trying to figure out. Like, what's the thought process? Is the thought process equality? Like, are we trying to just make sure everybody is just given equal opportunity to succeed? Or is it, I got to evaluate my offense? And I have to put the people out there that I could best evaluate my offense, all along while also evaluating the quarterback position. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the answer to that, but I'm leaning to that one. Like, I'm leaning there when you watch Shough who it has not played bad. Like I don't want to like
Right.
I don't want to put out there like he's just man, this dude just been sucking out there. He's just looking trash. No, that is not the case. He's made some nice throws. He's made some
Yep.
nice plays. He's done some nice things. But as far as like the what Kellen calls the operation, and just going through all the little things that a quarterback has to do, and just making the reads, hitting the right throws at the right time, stuff like that, and executing. I don't think he's there yet. Yet.
Right.
And you also evaluate the offensive line. You evaluate wide receivers. You evaluating pass catch running backs. You evaluate the defense. Like you evaluating all of that. And in order for you to really get a good picture of that, you have to have like a quarterback doing like quarterback things. You know what I'm saying? So I think that might be the reason you see more Hayner than we all thought we would see more. We thought Hayner would be like, okay, cool, we're gonna get some steps, but he's like penciled in as the backup, put it to the side. But nah, man, he's been getting real snap. And look, I would say this about Hayner: as much as we talk about him, he's like one of the perfect practice quarterbacks. Like
Yes.
the dude, like he's probably more knowledgeable than Rattler, just from like knowing everything that's going on. And he gets the ball out pretty quick. He sees everything. So like he's just a perfect practice quarterback to have. You know what I'm saying? The problem is I hope that doesn't start fooling the coaching staff and thinking that's what you're gonna see come game day, because come game day we've seen it like in 2 years of preseasons and in like
Right.
regular season games. That's just it's like he's just not that gamer. Like he's not.
You hit on it perfectly because I quote tweeted. So like I think Doug Moten put out like Shough didn't get like 0 team reps, and then like it turned out like he did, but then there was like some miscues and what have you. But I quote tweeted his tweet saying like this is bad coaching, right? But then I came back to that tweet and then went back and said actually like conversely, it making that actually be bad coaching, it could just be more of an indictment on Shough, that maybe just the coaching staff maybe just sees him more like he's not ready and he's more kind of slotted in that quarterback 3 role, which in a way it's not going to sound crazy, but in a way I would respect that accountability, because that tells me, listen, this guy, like we like him, we drafted him, but even though we drafted him at pick 40 and where we drafted him, how high we drafted him, if we're not seeing that he's ready, at least we can own that and not kind of, I won't say double down on it, but we're not just going to put him out there just to put him out there, because we've seen the Saints. It happens all over the NFL, but we've seen the Saints do that because of who the player is, whether it be free agency, especially in the recent years since Sean has left. So because I think we are kind of seeing that the coaching staff is really rolling with Rattler, rolling with Hayner, like we're saying, to get an idea to be able to see the offense be functional. And then it goes into like the whole processing of like how Shough was kind of presented and the draft process. That's a whole different conversation. But
Right.
I respect it if that's kind of them owning that and saying like, hey, this guy, he may need more time to develop than we thought he did based on what we saw. And that takes accountability and humility that we didn't see under the Dennis Allen regime. We just didn't see that at all. Now,
true.
fans aren't going to like it, because then it's going to be like, why the fuck did you waste the 40th overall pick on a quarterback when you? I get it. Like, and we can, that can be an argument to the cows come home if he doesn't get a lot of potential playing time. And again, this is training camp practice 6. So, but that does take a lot of balls to do. Like to be like, hey, he was drafted 40th overall, but he's not ready. That does take some balls to do that.
Yeah. No, no question. It really does. And it's probably. I just wonder if they're just kind of recalibrating as they go along. Because and also keep in mind we only see like the morning practices.
Right.
They also have like a developmental period after practice, and like in the daytime they do some stuff. So it could be a thing where it's like, look, we need to devote more time to his development versus team time, because during team time we are evaluating the team. We are installing a new scheme. We are installing a new offense, new defense. We got to make sure all this is right because the season is coming. You know what I'm saying? Where we can't just, hate to say the word, spoon feed or babysit or whatever, but we ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that's just the way the NFL is set up now as far as development. Like I was watching I forgot the name of the show, but Matt Flynn and those guys, they got that podcast.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
they talked about how, like, pre 2011 CBA, like Mike McCarthy used to put together like a QB school during the off season. Like you learned you started like at quarterback 101 early in the off season, and you just built, and learned like everything about the quarterback position. And they really like developed the quarterback position, which is like that's a Green Bay thing. That's the thing that's been a part of Green Bay for forever. That's why they're always rolling out different quarterbacks. And you just don't have the time to do that anymore. Like you just don't. You know what I'm saying?
Which is it seems little, bruh. It seems little, but like that cancel that mini camp practice. But that's why it upset me, bruh. Because of that.
Right.
Because of that. Because of like the lack of the reps that coaching staff gets with players, especially quarterbacks. It's like, bro, like this guy got 28 goddamn starts in college, like.
And that's another thing, yeah. And that's another flip side to this. Is like on one part, you're like, man, shouldn't he be getting more reps then? Like, shouldn't he be getting as many reps as possible in camp to get him developed? Or is it something where you see like, okay, it doesn't matter how many, if you're giving a bunch of reps, but you don't have like the baseline things in order, does it even matter to get the reps?
Right.
Like if you don't have that foundation in place, you know what I'm saying? It's like jumping from, like a higher level advanced math when you haven't really got the basics of, algebra or trigonometry or whatever, or calculus down first. You know what I'm saying? He's still at that level, so let's get him down at that level. The problem is he was sold as he had all that covered. You know what I'm saying? Like
There it is.
that's the problem. And at some point we got to move past how he was sold. Like, okay, he was sold
Because
that way.
that doesn't fall on him. That's more
Right.
on the team, and that's on the draft media.
Exactly.
Let's see. Drew said Kellen Moore does seem to have some sort of plan, whereas Dennis Allen did not. Allen even went back to a well that helped fail him first go around as a head coach with Carr as his quarterback. That is true. That man was just trying to
anything, bro.
Anything, bro. Like just trying to save my job. It was very interesting. I would highly recommend listening. You posted in our Discord. Highly recommend listening to the Bobby A. Bear, his hit on WWL, talking about how he could see the path going very similar to how the Patriots did it last year with Jacoby Brissett and Drake May, were kind of Spencer's put out there for the first maybe few weeks of the season as kind of like sacrificial lamb, like. Go out there and take those hits, buddy. Like, week 1 Cardinals, week 2 San Francisco, week 3 Seattle. I think week 4 is the Bills. Like, that's a tough stretch. And see how see how the team's doing in those first 4 weeks, and depending on there, maybe Shough gets in there week 6, week 7. I think the thing that's important, because I think kind of getting to the Drew comment, like Kellen Moore does have a plan. And it all goes back to the big thing for me is with Shough, they need to know what they have in him at some point. Because we were talking about this last year with last year's rookies, right? Like with the rookies last year, even when Rizzy was interim head coach, it's like you have Jalen Ford, you have Christian Boyd, all these young players. Like it'd be nice to know what we have in them going into like next year, and then they just got no playing time. Very similar to Tyler Shough, you have a very impressive quarterback. Whoever declares it doesn't declare. Like next year's quarterback class is going to be impressive, and they need to know what they have in Tyler Shough, good or bad, to be able to have an evaluation on him. So that's going to be crucial for the season. Period.
Crucial, bro. Like, and like I have joked about it, like earlier today. Like, man, what it's gonna be crazy when Tyler Shough is like inactive week 1. And it's a half joke. I'm a half joke.
The tweets, Wolf. The tweets. Because you say it's a half joke. At this point, I feel like that's like a 70 to 75% reality from happening right now.
Yeah,
right. Like it's
now,
not even
like right
like,
now.
It's not even a half joke to me. Like that's like just based off of everything from camp so far, that feels like 70 to 75% like a likelihood to happen.
And that's just how it feels right now. And again, it's right now.
Right now.
I was trying to go back and look at like other quarterback training camps from like other teams and stuff. It's hard to find articles, but there usually is a point where the quote unquote light comes on. You know what I'm saying? For rookie quarterbacks, you know, it does take a while. You know what I'm saying? And I do think we should give Shough the grace to
Yes.
have that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he has that point. Even today, I noticed like he was getting the ball out just a little bit better. It was still not there where you want to see it, but he was just making the throws a little bit better today. And I think it could be a process like that where, okay, maybe a week from now, maybe when they're out in California, or maybe the week after that, where you start seeing Shough perform a little better, start processing things a little better and stuff like that. And so, that would change the calculus on everything.
Right.
Not saying that that'll make him a starter week 1, but then it's like, okay, we're moving to the point where we can start preparing him to eventually start at some point. But right now, I just don't think starting him is like not in the equation right now. Right now, it's like let's get him understanding the NFL quarterback game. You know what I'm saying? Like let's get him to that point. Because as we've said many times on this show, playing quarterback is hard,
bro. Go watch quarterback. Just go watch quarterback, bro. Good Lord,
it's so difficult. And like Lance Moore, made the point on the Saint Squad show with Ross and John Hendricks and boy Dylan that open in college is just completely different than open in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Guys have like yards of separation in college. In the NFL, you're talking about this much space. That's open. Like that's open. Like, and a lot of times you got to do that before you see it. You got to do it with a guy's just before he's making his break, because you got a pass rush coming and you got this going on and that going on. So it takes a lot to be a good quarterback. Look, Spencer Rattler went through it last year. Like he, it took him some time to just really get going in the first training camp, and then you started seeing it click after like week 2, week 3. Then he, was it the first preseason game? He kind of had some up and downs.
No,
or was he had a good preseason game that first one, right?
Yeah, and then he got dinged up. He had like an injury and played not the greatest against the 49ers.
He didn't play great against that. I remember that. I was like, ooh.
And then he bounced back after that and played
then
well.
He bounced back. The Titans?
Titans.
Yeah. So, it's just one of those things where you got to let it play out. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Shough in the Chargers game, bro. I would not be surprised. Or if you do, like, fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, you think that Rattler and Hainer might like get the majority of the snaps next Saturday?
That's how I feel today, bro. That's how I feel today. It really wouldn't shock me if they don't roll out Shough yet. I think that would shock a lot of people, but it wouldn't shock me. I just don't think he's there yet.
Boy, the social media streets would be hot, nigga.
Hot, bro.
Hot.
Hot, bro. Hot. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be completely wrong. I'm open to being wrong, but it's just like, man. And then, like, even not today, was it yesterday where they had like the walkthrough, and Rattler was like the one in the walkthrough. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and Rattler has never been the 3. He's been either the 2
Never.
or the 1. Now Shough has been a 3 a couple times. Hayne has been a 3 a couple times, but Rattler has never been a 2.
Like,
I mean, never been a 3.
I think that means something, bro.
Yeah.
So we briefly talked about kind of Rattler had it's the gunslinger in him. He had another, and it's so funny.
Every day you gotta pick every day, bro.
He had like the good deep pass on 7-on-7 to Dixon, and I quote tweeted it, and I was like, oh, I hope this gets better because his deep pass accuracy last season was like not great, and then like maybe like I don't know 15, 20 minutes later gets intercepted by Quincy Riley, which is Quincy Riley's second interception in training camp. That's what comes with him. That's what he has to clean. He has to clean that up. Like he has to clean that up. Hayner had some good throws. Rattler had some good throws. I think when all is said and done, it's camp practice 6. I do think when all is said and done, just depending how things go, but if all said and done, I do think Rattler probably ends up starting week 1 against the Cardinals. We'll see. But his greatest advantage is his decisiveness and him getting out, being able to kind of essentially like his processing and being able to getting the ball out quick and where to go with the ball.
Exactly. That last part, especially, like I was just watching the whole, training camp earlier, and I just like the way he sees the field. He sees the whole field now, which he didn't at times last year as a rookie. But you could tell he sees the whole field. He knows where the check down is, where the downfield pass is. I like the way he moves. Like even when he moves in the pocket, it looks like he's scrambling. He's scrambling to throw, and his eyes is just downfield. Like he's keeping his eyes downfield as he's moving, and he knows where everybody is as he's moving. I just like the way he's playing, man. Not perfect. Had the interception, but for the most part, it's been clean. Like if he could just string a couple of days together without like an interception, like he might be perfect, bro. Like it's like just like a flawless execution, man. And like once they get the whole thing operating together better, like as far as just the offensive line communication, which I thought was better today, just from reports and from what I saw, it looked like just a much cleaner operation. Trevor Penny had like a nasty false start when they were doing like the 1 minute 30-second hurry up. He had like a nasty false start. I thought he played well today other than that, but
it seems like he's transitioning really seamlessly to left guard. Like after we talked about it last week without the pads on. That's why we said like, hey, wait till the pads come on. Like because Trevor is like the type like you gotta like pads gotta come on for Trevor. Like
gotta come on, bro. He won't put his hands on you, and he do.
Yeah.
And plus he's not dealing with all the space that he had to deal with out there on the edge and stuff like that. So it's just better for him. He might not be like the greatest guard ever, but I think he's gonna be fine. I think he's gonna be fine, bro. Like, and just seeing him talk today, man, he just glowing. He just looked happy. Just confidence is back and all that stuff. So I think he's gonna be all right.
Bajan with his terrible question: preferred week 1 starter, Hayner or Kellen Moore? I'm not even entertaining that.
Bye, bro.
Not even entertaining that. To keep it on the theme of the O-line, I really like the continued positive reports from Kelvin Banks Jr. at left tackle. I just wish this team Banks is probably going to be at best like maybe like a Pro Bowl left tackle if he like really hits. Maybe he might get an All Pro if he like really hits. The juice is just. But that said, him working out, Fuaga working out, like this line should be good, man. Like
Gotta be good, man.
it got to be good. It should be borderline great if we're being completely honest. It should be borderline great.
The only one holding it from being great is old 51 over there.
That shield doesn't belong to you.
Take that shit off. 51.
Someone had an interesting question, which I think is a little hyperbole, but I'll entertain it. What if Rattler have a good season? What will y'all do at quarterback spot going forward? I would probably still, with this, I mean, with the talent in the next year's draft class coming up, depending on where they're picking, I would still probably add a quarterback in the draft. Because like the talent in next year's draft at quarterback is immense. It truly is immense.
Like when we say a good Rattler season, I'm thinking like, give me top 20-ish QB play. Like that's a really good Rattler season for me.
Like,
but there's
like
also
Mac,
not enough to
like
pass
Mac Jones,
on.
like Mac, the stand. Like it's like the one we always throw at Mac Jones rookie season.
Mac Jones rookie season, give me that. But that's not enough for me to bypass. But, you know, it depends how the draft goes. You know what I'm saying? Like where we fall in the draft. Are we picking like 7th or 8th? Are we picking 2nd or 3rd? Like those are two big differences. Yes, you could possibly trade, you know, who knows how that works and stuff like that. But I wouldn't bypass quarterback. It's an interesting situation, bro. Like I can't, like, okay, like the Titans took Will Levis in the 2nd round.
Yeah.
And then they stuck with him the next year.
Yes.
They rolled him out, and then this year they went and got Cam Ward. It's did the Titans have a 1st round pick? Not this past draft, but the year before, like the big quarterback draft.
Yeah, they drafted Alabama guy. It's offensive line from Alabama that I'm linking on.
Oh, yeah.
Wayne, you should be able to tell me who this is.
Why didn't they take
JC Latham?
Why didn't they take a quarterback?
Because the GMs they thought they had the guy in Will Levis, so they could have had. I think they could have had Penix, or they could have had JJ McCarthy. They could have had Bo Nix. If I'm remembering the draft, I might be remembering the draft order incorrectly. They bypassed on all of them. They stuck with Will Levis and drafted J.C. Latham. Like that just goes to show you like in a very impressive quarterback crop. Like they said we had our guy and we need to protect him. So maybe I had my draft order wrong, but they bypassed on the quarterbacks for an offensive lineman to protect Will Levis, and then the very next year the GM is gone.
Right. So it's just the same situation is going to be like it's hard to find like a similar team that's went through it in the past. I guess you could point out the Cardinals. You know when they took Josh Rosen
at 10
in the 1st round, and then the next year they was picking number 1 overall, and they blew up this coaching staff and went and got Kyler. I guess it's kind of similar to that, but it would be the same coaching staff. I would assume.
Yeah, that's probably as close as of a analogy that you're gonna get, even though like the rounds are different and things like that. But in terms of like that's probably as close as you're gonna get.
I don't know, bro. It's gonna be fascinating. I'm just interested to see how it all plays out. Because like we keep saying, it's day 6. So just how this whole thing plays out. Then after the Chargers game, what changes up? What change-ups do they make? Like what will they find out? What will they walk away from thinking? Walk away from the Chargers game thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like what if they're all bad? Like what if just all 3 of the quarterbacks just bad? That's a possibility. You know what I'm saying?
Kirk Cousins in Atlanta trying to.
We trade for Kirk, bro.
Mickey, Mickey said, "I got." Could you imagine if they invested a 4th overall pick in Tyler Shough and then turn around and trade for Kirk Cousins, bro?
Oh, and that Juwan Johnson got hurt today. Sounds like it's gonna be short though, but
It literally was on my radar yesterday. I was just, and I don't know why it came to me. But it came to me because I was like, I was just thinking in the season, but I was like, man, y'all realize like if something happened to Juwan in the season, like there's like literally no tight ends behind. There's like literally no tight ends behind him. None.
we don't know where Taysom at as far as like his recovery. No idea.
Taysom,
Dallin Hoken said, "I'm good."
good. Noah Fant still on his hashtag food tour. It came, like, so hopefully it's minor with Juwan, but for a team that has invested so little in getting better like offensive weapon, I guess adding offensive weapons, they can't afford anything. Like they can't afford injuries anywhere. But that's
bro.
it's such a weird thing because we've had this conversation with like about Mickey before because like last year the whole conversation was like injuries, but it was like because the depth was bad. And I feel like the team that they're rolling out, at least from like the weapon perspective, if Rashid Shaheed is having an amazing training camp, Chris Olave, a fantastic training camp, Brandon Cooks is a good wide receiver 3. Any of those wide receivers go down, like they're relying on Mason Tipton to step up.
And he making a team, bro. Mason Tipton.
He is locked. Put it in pen, put it in Sharpie. He is locked to make. But the funny thing is, like, he's locked for like Spencer Rattler to make the team, but like anyone else is like.
Nah, him and Spence be cooking, boy.
Cooking. That's what I'm saying. But like anyone else is like, oh, baby. That's the thing. It's like, and like he's not our favorite. We have him both blocked. But if you listen to like Jeff Duncan in one of the, I think the reports or articles he put out, he said like the Saints was like had been like begging Keenan Allen to like come, and Keenan been like,
which is understandable. Like if you Keenan Allen, it's like why in the world? Like I don't need money that bad.
Anyhow, I feel like this podcast has been a little. Let's try to lift it up.
Lift it up.
We do need to do our yearly, our annual, what all could go positive, and what all could go wrong podcast. I feel like we could put that in all one episode. So we still need to do our annual episode on that because we do that every year. I do feel overall pretty good about the offensive line. If they have an injury, that happens across the league. But overall, the starting offensive line, I feel good about. I think they'll be good. Okay, whoever the quarterback is, I think they'll be good. We've talked about this before, but it really does seem like the defensive line is improved. I think they'll be better as a whole. Gottschall seems like he's the dude in the middle. Chase Young, big creep on the edges. You said it. Here's a question I know I just said about being positive. Is 5-5 making the team, Wolf? 5-5. Does 5-5 make the team?
I don't see it, bro. And this is me removing all bias. I know we've joked on Foskett for years. I've watched all these training camps, and I've looked at 55 like I'm watching him. I'm like, show me something, bro. Show me something. And he has done nothing, bro. I mean, not only that, it's just not good. Like, not good football. Like, missing assignments, running backs getting by him. I don't see the effort. Like, the effort looks poor to me. Like, I don't see how he makes the team. I don't see how those coaches watch him and, like, just say, like, yeah.
Yeah, because that's, like, to make, like, when you're a fringe player to make the team, you have to have a coach, like, who's, like, pounding the table. Like, no, he could,
right.
like,
He
who
does
kind of
this, he does that, man. But special teams, he could do like he don't do nothing on special teams, bruh. Now maybe he might get that maybe because the depth, like maybe the depth won't be there or something. So he just kind of gets there just because they don't have it. Like I'm trying to see what Fadil Diggs does. I haven't really seen much from him. I mean, he's a 7th round pick, so it's like I don't know. If you get anything, that'd be a shock. But I don't know about 55, bro. But other than that, like I even say this about Cam Jordan, bro. I know Cam Jordan. We be like, oh Lord, Cam, like, bro, just go on the greener pastures and go away. I like how he's played, bro. Like I like how he's played. He's been running with the twos for the most part. They got him playing out wide. He's moving well, bro. He's playing with
Mhm.
energy. I just love the energy he plays with. Just as like a 15 years, bro. You're 15 and you
crazy,
just out
bro?
there. He out there just playing with energy and passion. So I do like seeing that. I appreciate that from him, and I think he might give us a little something this year, maybe a little something. Granderson's been great. Granderson, Granderson came with it on his mind this year, bro.
Mm.
Now, well, how would all that play out in the season? Like, what does that mean? We getting double-digit sacks and stuff like that? I don't know. I got to see how the defense play out. I just got to see. I got to see it all come together. But I like the defense, bro. I like Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Kool-Aid, bro.
Like
Kool-Aid.
he been locked in, playing in a defense he familiar with. I like the way Kool-Aid playing, bro. I really do.
It's funny because he had a presser today talking about it just I'm not a football savant. I will completely 100% put that out there. But I've also I'm enough of a football sicko to know enough about football, and so like I said last week, there's so many similarities in terms of the scheme
Oh
of
yeah.
him playing in the Nick Saban defense at Alabama,
Hmm.
almost not identical, but super similarities into Brandon Staley's defense. And so he literally said that, like, he feels very comfortable in this defense because it's a lot of what he played at Alabama.
Yep.
And so it's not surprising that he is so like we talked about last week. I think it was last week that in this Brandon Staley defense, it's very like, okay, if this receiver does this, or if the split is this,
Yeah.
that's how intricate the defense is. It's like
Yeah.
if the split is this, if the formation is this, you got to do this, I got to do this. He already has that kind of built-in knowledge because he
Hmm.
played with it so much at college, and so it's not surprising to me that he's taken to this defense like a hand in glove. Like it's not surprising to me at all.
Yep.
He's he's going to get tested very early out the season. He has
Oh
Marvin
yeah.
Harrison Jr. Week 1, and we'll see how Brandon Staley does it. Like we don't know if he's going to follow, if it's going to be just sides. We don't know. I need whatever it is. I need Alante to stay near the line of scrimmage or to stay in the slot.
I mean that move Olave put on him today, bro. Good God. And like I'm not even gonna kill Alante for it
Alante for it.
because like
I don't
like
know
it
more.
was
I don't know what I don't. There's not a lot of corners in the league that
like he put on a move where he saw that outside leverage and he just bent it back and just it was like how did you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like how did you get that separation just like that? You know what I'm saying? I you know, but Alante like I'm not
keep
buying the outside corner thing,
keep
bro.
him
I'm
out.
just not.
Keep him out the
Can't
outside.
sell me on that, bro. You just
Keep
can't sell it to me, man. Keep getting Quincy Riley. I need you to keep getting those interceptions. Or hopefully not on Rattler, but I'm just saying like just keep making plays, bro. Keep making them plays, man. Because I like Quincy Riley.
I do too. Running back. It seems like
It's a log jam, bro.
complete log jam, complete log jam. Don't know.
I'm down on Devin Neal though. God, he dropped a pass today. I was like, I'm not feeling Devin Neal, bro. Not feeling him. Maybe he shake back in a preseason game or something, but like every time I see him, he fumbling the ball or he's just not doing nothing that's impressing me. Like even Velus Jones out there doing something today, doing something like just
Like I
show me
said,
something.
ultimate, ultimate
Kendra looking
DTs.
good.
Listen,
Kendra
I'm
still
giving,
looking good, bro.
bro. As long as he's healthy up to this point, bro, I'm giving Kendrick props, bro. You can clap for me.
Kendra made it to day 6, baby. Still out here.
I need Kendra to get through the Chargers game, and then so when the Chargers game happens, which is next Saturday or so, next weekend,
Sunday, yeah.
so whatever the practice is after the Chargers game, I need him to be at that practice.
We gonna have a party, like we gonna celebrate it. Like
That's the bookmark. That's the bookmark, bro. If he can get to that practice after the Chargers' first preseason game, we popping bottles, bro.
Popping bottles. We both cracking a cut water and everything. Like he has made it through a game and is available the next practice. Did it.
We did it, Joe. Louisiana said, I'll give Alante credit. He's fast. Like that don't help him when he in trail position, bro.
He is not slow. I don't remember what his time was, but like he's not slow, but he has a tendency. I don't know if it's like his build up speed. He has a way where he looks slow, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like I don't know if it's like, because like when he gets beat, it's over. There's no recovery.
Bro, it's over.
Like once he's beat, it's done. Like just wrap it up.
It reminds me similarly of Patrick Robinson.
Exactly. That's a perfect one. Because when Patrick Robinson got beat, it was beat. Like it was like, like that's what made Lattimore so. I'm sorry, but that's what made Lattimore so great. Like even sometimes he'd get beat off the line, his recovery speed and like ball tracking
in his prime,
yeah,
elite, bro,
elite,
like, special. Vanderbrosi said, yeah, I think Yadam starts outside beginning of the year, and by the end of the season, it'll be Quincy. We'll see. Like I think that CB2 battle is wide open.
Wide open.
It could be Rico. Rico might be still in the mix too. We'll see. Louisiana, when he gets beat like that in the Chargers game, he got beat by Lat. Yeah, Lat. Yeah, I was there. Yes, I was. I remember it very.
That's not a matchup I ever want to see on a team. That's just that.
Bro, honestly, okay. So in 2 games in LA, I've seen Alante against Ladd in person. I've also seen Alante against Cooper Kupp before, like a Wash Cooper Kupp in person, and also Puka in that game, and he got benched. Hashtag I'm good.
Good, bro.
Keep him near the line of scrimmage and in the slot, please. Please.
It looked like Blackman is starter now.
Like there's no competition. There is no competition.
He's starter now.
Can we? I know I said positive.
You can't help it.
Can we talk about like maybe the lack of buzz from Sanker and Vernon Broughton thus far in training camp?
I haven't heard nothing about Sanker, bro. Like nothing. I don't know what to say. And Broughton, he's just doing like a lot of dirty work stuff, like the very non-flashy stuff. And he's playing with like third team. I saw him with the ones like a couple times, but like today he was with the third team. So I don't know. I would love to see like the one-on-ones, video of the one-on-ones to see how he did in there. So yeah, I don't know. He, like Christian Boyd just kind of buried.
So is Jalen Ford back from injury?
Yeah, he playing, bro. Like he's with the second team. I think he's with the second team. I want to say him and Nephi.
Okay.
Getting a lot of reps. I mean, nothing that I've noticed from them though. Like they're not standing out. Ford's not standing out. Nephi he flashes some, which he tends to do. But Ford, no. It's those drafts, bro. Like Oh, those drafts. This is how you become a bottom tier team, bro. You know, you got to build. You got to build your team through the draft, man. Got to. If you don't hit on those picks, you're not going to hit on all of them. You're not going to hit,
No,
but you got to hit on some of them. You got to hit on
some.
some of them, bro.
Anything else from training camp?
Nothing crazy. I thought AK got a lot of work today, and he looked good. Like, kind of like I don't need to see anymore. I'm seeing enough. Just put him to the side. Keep him healthy. Like ready to go. He good to go. Like I'm good. Um, I don't know, bro. Like just gotta let this play. Tight end, Movado making some plays today, bro. We need him. We need Movado.
Need as many contributors offensively as they can get.
And you know, like as far as like Kellen Moore, I'm still trying to figure him out. As far as like, well, I did notice they did like a longer practice today. Like they just went longer, and I think you're gonna see that ramp up. And there's been a lot of talk about how players are loving what he's doing. They loving like him and Tim Rad, what they put together as far as like just the whole the practice plan and their body upkeep and all that stuff. I'm just interested to see how that plays out. I'm interested to see the results. Like, what does this team look like week 1, week 2, week 3,
Right.
as far as like just being ready, playing
Ready.
physical,
Yeah.
ready to go. Like, all this sounds good. I love that. Knock on wood. I know there's been like the Juwan injury today. I think JT Gray, but no hamstrings, no.
Yeah.
Guys, hell, like, it's the healthiest camp I've seen in years. Again, knock on wood. I got a Bible right here. I'm holding on to this Bible. Like, please, no jinx.
Please.
But, I don't know if that is a result of how they're approaching this camp, but it's good to see that. It's for a team
Right.
that was as beat up as it was last year. But I'm interested to see, will that cost them in other areas? Like, will that cost them in being ready, being physical? Because other teams going hard in camp. They're going super hard. The Lions, the Ravens, the Steelers, the Chiefs, they go hard. You know what I'm saying? Don't know. I'm not going to give a judgment on it yet, but I'm just keeping my eye on it.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. I'm trying to think if I had anything else. I don't think I really did. It's gonna be like it's just gonna be a very interesting, fascinating team to see how it plays out. And there's gonna be it's gonna be a roller.
Seeing
It's gonna
them
be a roller
arch throws coming out, them throws from Arch.
When I saw him throw that ball.
Boy.
It is arched, bro.
Because I'm sorry, that's just gonna be hanging over the season, the whole season, bro.
All season, bro.
Not just Arch, but some of the other quarterbacks coming out, but Arch in particular, just because of that connection.
And don't let the Texas Longhorns start out on fire and Arch
fire?
playing and Arch playing well too. And the Saints start
The
out.
Saints 5 will be 1-5, 1-6.
They got. Oh my god.
We got, and then the team. I mean, Archie Manning is basically a founding member of the Saints, damn near. So
Archie
they know all of it. They know the insides and outs.
Archibald. It's gonna be fascinating.
What if Archie whispered to Gail my grandson, if he he think about coming out, if y'all picking top of the draft, he want to play for y'all. Wonder what Gail doing
Better put Jake in that bitch, bro. Better put Jake in that bitch, bro. Anyway, This is fun. This is fun. We'll probably try to do another one maybe sometime because they have practice this weekend. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, we'll go this weekend or something.
We'll go this weekend, see how do another one. But we will be back this weekend, talking more training camp, practice, and get back to it. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Please like and subscribe. If you're not a Patreon, please listen. Discord all day, been on fire, been just a blast, like a literal blast. Patreon.com/Saints Block Party.
Just that alone will make it worth it.
Trust me.
Not
Trust me.
not to mention all the other stuff you get. You just by coming $1 a month member,
That's
all
it.
kind of other stuff. Adless episodes, come to meetups, Discord, all kind of stuff, man. But just the Discord alone is worth it, honestly.
It really is. But we will be back this weekend talking more Saints training camp, get you all up of all the happenings, what's going on with the Saints. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back this weekend. With that, we are out.
Peace.